The child of God is always safe in the hands of Jesus Christ. This is an important concept for Jude. This is a really important concept for Jude. I think it's important in part because Jude is so concerned about the number of false teachers that are trying to get the church to change what it believes and what it does. And so he roots us in Jesus Christ. You are kept for him. You are grounded in him. We're not intended to be blown around by everything else that goes on around us or by the false teachings that keep popping up. It's important for Jude because false teaching always takes us away from Jesus Christ. And friends, false teaching always has this one quality. It doesn't matter what the details of the teaching are. It doesn't matter what doctrine the teaching is about or what part of life it's about. False teaching always has this one thing in common. It always appeals to something powerful in us. It is always appealing. Okay? False teaching is always appealing. I've said this before, but when someone becomes a false teacher, you don't suddenly in the mail get the hat and t-shirt that say false teacher. And everyone else gets the t-shirts that say, I'm with him. So when you listen to them, watch them, hear them, it's not clear, it's not obvious unless you know the Word of God. Unless you are grounded in a healthy local church with other followers of Jesus Christ. Then I will tell you something happens. You see the hat and t-shirt, and you see it quickly. You see it quickly. It's important for Jude to tell you you're kept for Jesus Christ because false teaching wants to pull you away. So it's important for us. Friends, the pressure to deny Jesus Christ, the pressure to deny the fundamental teachings of Christ is always present with us. But now the pressure is just going to increase more and more. You and I are just going to face more subtle pressure, overt pressure to give in, to drop this doctrine, to drop that doctrine, to drop the habit of even going to church at all. We're just going to continue to face these pressures. We're going to watch friends and former spiritual leaders continue to fall to these pressures. It's like watching an onion get peeled, layer after layer after layer. So look, friends, if we attach our identity and value to culture, when culture shifts, we're going to shift right along with it. It's just the way that it happens. Now, some of you who have been with us for a little while, you know the travails that Pastor Phil the gardener has. I try every single year, but when I walk into a nursery, the plants begin to wilt for lack of hope. That's just kind of how it happens to me. But I learned something this year, and it helped me. I can actually grow things in pots. And that way I can stick those pots. I actually started to grow some things this year. It was really cool. But I can pick those pots up and I can move them anywhere I want to. The trees I've planted in my yard have grown roots so deep I will never be able to move them. If you attach your value to culture, you will be moved by culture as easy as moving a pot across a yard. If you root yourself in Jesus Christ, you cannot be moved. You are kept for Jesus Christ. And when culture shifts, you're rooted and you are grounded. Culture will tear you to shreds. Christ will keep you in every storm.